Was that the bite of 87?
So the Five Nights at Freddy's movie has finally come out. So how was it? I mean, I liked it enough. It didn't have to be anything like serious, or it didn't have to be a masterpiece. It just had to like exist. I was excited whenever I first heard that this was like a project back in like 2015, which is almost 10 years ago, which is crazy. And I totally never thought this would see the light of day, and it did. And I'm kind of glad that it was made by people who kind of gave a shit. I really like the references it makes to the original games, the posters on the wall, the "It's Me" was in there, which was a big part of the first one. I remember the desk looked cool. The animatronics looked good. They didn't look like pieces of shit, and they were kind of cool. I really liked that. I really liked how stupid it gets, because this is kind of stupid. Yeah, I haven't really caught up on the lore of the games. I played the first four. I didn't really care after that because I was not 12 anymore. So I kind of stopped caring about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I just thought this was going to fade into obscurity and just die peacefully. But I'm glad they made it. It was kind of fun. It was wacky. That's all it needed to be. It didn't need to be some spooky horror movie as what I imagined it would have been. I don't really watch trailers. I don't really look up things before movies, so I was excited to watch this because it was either going to be really bad or it was going to be all right. And it was all right. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, I didn't think, but it was enjoyable for what it was. I knew it was going to be wacky. I knew it was going to be stupid, so I'm glad it wasn't so wacky and stupid that it was bad. I really liked it. That's really all I can say. There's not much stuff I didn't like in this movie. It is kind of slow whenever, it slows down. Obviously, that's what that means. But when we're not at Freddy's and we're kind of doing the exposition stuff, it's kind of boring and it slows down to a screeching halt, which I didn't like. But, I mean, it doesn't happen all that often. I guess it does, but it's not for very long. Like this flashback sequence that we keep going to, it probably happens like 3 or 4 times during the movie, and it's kind of the same flashback, dream, whatever the fuck it is. And it's just, it keeps happening. And I was like, I don't care at this point. Let's just go to the Freddy stuff, which is interesting, and this is funny. And at one point, the animatronics, they're trying to get Mike's little sister to go back to Freddy's, and Freddy is like in their house, which when that happened, I was like, what the fuck? But it was a good what the fuck, because it was funny. And then Freddy gets into the taxi, which is also pretty funny. So overall, I thought it was a good experience. I liked it. It wasn't shitty, and the people that made it actually gave a shit. I imagine Scott Cawthon helped with this. His name is on the thing. His name is in the credits. So I just assume that he helped with it. Don't know. Didn't do any research. Just watched the movie. It's 3:30 in the morning. So I just wanted to put this out. It's pretty good. And the Matt Pat shit made me laugh when he was in it, because he just uploaded a video about how he solved the FNAF movie, and turns out he was in it. So I guess his theory didn't really need that much theorizing, because he probably knew. But who cares? Also, Matthew Lillard is in this, and my only complaint about him is that he's not in it enough, because I fucking love that man. But anyway, it was pretty enjoyable, and I'm glad they finally got to make it. And that's kind of all I have to say.